Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. You know what it is, and you know who it be. It's intellect. Get it correct, got it connected like the internet. Yeah, that. The cat that could actually box and rap. What's good? So, boxing ego. Now, first and foremost, before I take down this punk, and I'm gonna call him a punk because he's acting like one, I am actually, and started out as a really big fan of his. Him, Dante's Boxing Nation, all these cats, they actually know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to boxing. And when I'm talking about boxing ego, I am not speaking negatively about the way he covers boxing. The way he covers boxing is great. Same as people like Dante's Boxing Nation, who I'm a big fan of. They're not like Setback. I don't like Setback. That dude's a douchebag. Um, so, yeah. Let's go. Because it's not all about negativity. I ain't just trying to take somebody down. You know what I mean? Especially if they don't deserve it. He's not Dan Rayfield. He's actually correct the way he covers boxing. Like I said, if you want good boxing analysis, good breakdowns on fights, Boxing Eagle is very good at that. But this is not why I am putting this punk down. Because this punk bitch posted a video about Tyron Woodley knocking out Robbie Lawler. That's great. That's cool that he is expanding his brand towards MMA. But remember, it's just boxing ego, not MMA ego. So when he covered the Tyron Woodley fight, he didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know the positions. Like when he got up, the way Tyron Woodley landed that right, it basically was like in a half guard side mount. The way he got on top of him and started punching him out. Didn't know what he was talking about. Didn't really know anything about Tyron Woodley or Robbie Lawler because he's not a connoisseur of MMA in the same manner in which he follows boxing. So I just told him, like, dude, like, I'm a big fan of your boxing reports, but if you're gonna cover MMA, can you please? Because I wrote this in a comment. I'm like, I like the way. I'm gonna say that again. I wrote this in a comment section on that video. I was like, I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the video in front of me and all that. And I'm not gonna go back to it. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I told him like I like the way you cover boxing. It's cool, like, but you just do not know what you're talking about MMA. Can you please, learn more about the sport and cover it correctly? Because the way you're covering it is very inaccurate, and you're not giving people the right details the way you break down boxing. And it just not only makes you look bad, but any boxing fan that follows you and is going to try to follow these MMA fights that you are covering are just going to be ill-informed and not know what the fuck they're talking about the way you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Then he was like, oh, if you don't like it, don't subscribe. I'm like, what? Really? I started off with a compliment saying how I liked your boxing. I was just saying how, I don't like the way you cover MMA because you're not as well informed in MMA. Clearly because you're a boxing fan, not an MMA fan. And you're just doing this for views. You know what I mean? You don't know MMA. Like, for example, when I first started fighting, before I boxed, I actually started with a kickboxing, Muay Thai, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I did that all day, every day for 6 months before I got into boxing and had my first boxing match. So I actually know what I'm talking about. I've been training in Jiu-Jitsu for a while. I've tapped out blue belts. Not like I'm anything special on the ground. I'm pretty good with wrestling. My Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is most effective when I'm able to land strikes. So like if we're MMA sparring, I could take on pretty high level dudes. But if we're just straight going rolling, I'm probably gonna get ramsacked by some dudes who are like above like a purple level and above, purple belt and above. You know what I mean? I could hang with some blue belts. That's about it. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to be egotistical. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm here to be realistic. And when I told him, I was like, dude, man, don't be talking to me like that. If you got a problem with me, you know what I mean? We could get in the ring and handle this like, man, because I will outbox the shit out of you. And you definitely don't want to try this in the MMA fight or any form of MMA combat because I will just take you down and submit you rather easily. All right? So shout out to Boxing Eagle for acting like a little punk bitch. You know what I mean? And I hit him up on Instagram too, let him know. And then like some of his fans trying to protect him and whatnot. I was like, dude, like I said, I like the way he covers boxing. The way he covers boxing is excellent. I really enjoy it. But the way he covers MMA is the way Dan Rayfield covers boxing. It's inept that he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's never been involved in the sport and he doesn't know anything about the sport. So please, Boxing Ego, stop fucking reviewing MMA fights when you don't know what the fuck you are talking about. If you got a problem with me, you can come to California anytime. We could go to any gym around here. You can sign that waiver, and we're gonna see how tough that ego is once it gets crushed. All right. So on that note, you know what it is. Intellect and with an only homie. I don't fuck with phonies. Y'all know what it is. I gets it in. Let's get it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed the rant. More videos to come. More reviews on fights to come. Boxing and MMA, because I've actually trained and competed in those, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I never had an MMA fight, but I have trained MMA fighters, meaning I was their sparring partner for the MMA fights. Same thing with Muay Thai fighters, even though I never fought in Muay Thai or kickboxing, but I've been in the ring with world champions of those sports. Same thing as boxing. I actually fought in boxing, and I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I've trained with professionals in current ranked high-level world caliber, not world champion, I would say like high caliber, top ranked fighters that are active right now. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Please show respect to people. If you don't agree with what I say, it's all good. Just tell me why, and we could have a discussion. It's all good. But if you start off with an insult, you're gonna get an insult back. That's how it is, and that's how it shall be. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed. Live a lovely life. Fuck the bullshit. I'm out.